Jon Jones has always been a polarizing figure in the UFC, but his future inside the octagon has never felt more uncertain than it does right now. Ever since he successfully defended his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 309 in November, fans have been left questioning whether they'll ever see Bones compete again. The speculation has only intensified as negotiations for a title unification bout with interim champion Tom Aspinall have stalled, leaving both fighters and the division in limbo. Jones, widely regarded as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, made headlines after stopping Miocic in the third round of their highly anticipated clash. The dominant finish was supposed to set the stage for the next big challenge, but rather than immediately confirming his next fight, Jones hinted at uncertainty. Though he assured fans that he wasn't retiring, he was hesitant to commit to facing Aspinall, despite overwhelming public demand for the fight. Instead, Jones seemed more interested in a super fight against Alex Pereira, the UFC's reigning light heavyweight champion and one of the biggest stars in combat sports today. Pereira, who is set to defend his title against Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313, had even offered to train with Jones in the past. However, that offer has now been rescinded as Pereira believes the possibility of a future clash between them is more real than ever. Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall, the British powerhouse who claimed the interim heavyweight title with a stunning victory over Sergey Pavlovich, has been left frustrated with the lack of clarity surrounding his next fight. Aspinall recently voiced his concerns, stating that Jones has been the one delaying negotiations and has yet to make a concrete decision on whether he wants to face him. This uncertainty has fueled speculation that the UFC might have to move forward without Jones if he chooses to sit out for too long. UFC President Dana White has now weighed in on the situation, providing a crucial update on Jones' future. Speaking to ESPN MMA, White made it clear that if Jones refuses to fight Aspinall, he would have no choice but to strip him of the heavyweight title to keep the division moving. However, White also expressed confidence that it wouldn't come to that, emphasizing that Jones is always willing to fight the best competition available. Jones will fight anybody. Don't let the internet fool you about Jon Jones, White stated firmly. This declaration has given the fan base renewed hope that the long-awaited showdown between Jones and Aspinall will eventually take place. While a definitive date for Jones' return remains unclear, White's comments suggest that an announcement could be coming sooner rather than later. In addition to discussing Jones' future, White also addressed the ever-changing landscape of the pound-for-pound rankings. For years, he has championed Jones as the undisputed #1 fighter on the planet. But earlier this year, he finally acknowledged Islam Makhachev as the top-ranked pound-for-pound fighter. Now, with Pereira's title defense against Ankalaev fast approaching, White believes the Brazilian powerhouse has a real chance to claim the top spot. He's one of the biggest stars in the sport right now, if not the biggest star in the sport right now, and what makes this weekend great is Ankalaev is a very serious threat. Probably the toughest fight he's ever had, White said. Alex comes out of this the way he has come out of every other fight. He might be the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Pereira's rise through the UFC ranks has been nothing short of meteoric. A former two-division glory kickboxing world champion, he transitioned to MMA and quickly established himself as one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport. His rivalry with Israel Adesanya captured the world's attention, culminating in 4 epic fights across 2 combat sports. Now, he faces a formidable test in Ankalaev, a fighter known for his elite grappling and well-rounded skill set. Should Pereira emerge victorious, the discussion surrounding a potential move to heavyweight will only intensify. A fight against Jon Jones would be a blockbuster event, a true clash of titans that would draw massive pay-per-view numbers. But for that to happen, Jones must first decide what he wants to do next. As it stands, the UFC heavyweight division remains in a state of uncertainty. If Jones chooses to fight Aspinall, it would be one of the most anticipated matchups in recent memory. If he instead pursues a fight with Pereira, it could change the landscape of the entire sport. And if he refuses to fight altogether, White has made it clear that the UFC will move on without him. For now, all eyes are on Jon Jones. The ball is in his court, and whatever decision he makes will have massive implications for the future of the heavyweight division and the sport as a whole.